Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today, guys? Today we're going to talk, we're live by the way, we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right into it. What is our cool topic for today? Our cool topic for today is how to open your mind, selling and having an open mind. And are you open-minded? Are you wanting to be successful, or are you just a person who's just wanting to stay where you're at? If you gotta be that type of person, well, you're probably not the person who wants to watch this. Because see, selling and being open-minded means you're open to new ideas. You're open to learning. You're open to trying to figure out another opportunity and another way to make more money. And I've been in sales a long time, and I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. And I've had to stay open-minded to opportunities and other types of careers. I've worked in the retail industry for many, many years when I first got into selling. And a lot of those cool companies that I work with, they ain't no longer here. They've gone out of business. And I had to adapt. I had to learn how to think outside the box. And being an open-minded salesperson means you don't give up when adversity happens. What you do is you change gears and you go in a different direction. What you have to do is glean from each opportunity that you get to sell something, and you take that bits and pieces of information and take it on to your next career. And like I said, guys, when I first got in sales, I was a door-to-door salesman. I worked for a cool company called the Tampa Tribune. I did it for like 3 years. I got to go out and knock on people's doors, and I got to sell a lot of cool stuff. And I awesomely got a chance to sell marketing and, sold newspaper services. And I helped a lot of people get our services. I made the world go around. But I got a chance as time progressed. I got a little bit better at selling and wanted to try something new. So I got into working at health clubs, selling memberships. And then on top of that, I started working in the retail industry as far as, selling computers, electronics, big screen TVs. And this was back a while ago, back in the 90s and the early 80s. So what did I have to do? I had to change gears. I had to look at my development, and I had to learn how to be a salesperson. And one of the coolest people I ever met, Dwayne Dabrowski, he was a guy that was one of my mentors back in the day in the early 80s. He kind of said, Gary, and to us that were working for him, would you like to learn how to be a better salesperson? And I had to have an open mind, because what happened is he would invite us to his house. And back then, they used to have these things called cassette players. If you're young, you're probably going, what? Basically what it was a cassette. We used to listen to different speakers, motivational speakers, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, Tom Hopkins, and a whole lot more of really great material. And what it did for me, it ignited a fire inside of me. And this opened my mind to new ideas on selling techniques, how to have a selling conversation, how to ask for the order, how to close a sale. So if you're a salesperson, you have to want to be an open-minded person. If you're not, closed-minded people don't get fed, okay? A closed mouth doesn't get fed. So you have to want to think, well, what can I do to improve myself? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I got like almost 1,000 videos on one of my channels about everything there is to know about selling, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all, and stuff you probably hadn't even thought about. So take the time and look at them. Give me a thumbs up and please share. But like I said, there's a lot of great people. I may not be that guy for you, but there are people who are in sales, and I say manipulators, people that are mentors, okay, that can walk you through the process to learn the basics and the fundamentals, how to have a conversation with people. Because I'm still a sales guy, guys. I'm still in sales. What I do is I sell real estate, I sell life insurance, I sell mortgage protection, and I help people go to school. I pick up that heavy phone. I call people all the time, and I set the appointments so people can come in and see if they can learn how to work on stuff like that, or work on stuff like these trucks and all this kind of stuff. But just what I'm sharing with you guys is, if you're wanting to be a successful person in life, you got to do more than just the average bear. That means you just have to do more. You have to do your research. You have to want to have this willingness to want to learn something new, because see, things change so much. Like I said, when I first back in the day, I used to sell electronics, and man, boy, there was a lot of markup on it. You made a lot of money on it, and then the markets got saturated, so I had to change gears. And so I got out of the electronics business and sold furniture for a long time, and it was fun. It was exciting. I love fashion. I love beautiful things. But after a while, the company I worked for, they've been in the business for 100 years. They went out of business. So I'm like, oh crap, what do I do? Well, I changed gears again. So what I did was I decided to go in a different direction, and I started learning how to do other things. Now, sometimes people give up before the miracle. And what a miracle is getting an opportunity to sell something. And today, I'm just real grateful that I get a chance to even talk to you guys, because you're important and you matter. I'm a real salesperson. I sell every day. And right now, if you see where I'm at, I'm over here at a cool company called J-Tech. They're one of the companies that I work with, and I love them to death. They take good care of me, and, I make really good money. But see, here's the thing. Do you have an open mind to learn how to be successful? Do you have an open mind to see yourself as being successful? Do you have an open mind to help people, to be able to be there for people? And remember, it's not always about the money, because the money comes after you start learning how to have a selling conversation, how to talk to people, how to treat people, how to ask for the order. I'm just saying, guys, I've been in sales a long time. So if you are a person who's thinking about getting in sales, are you open-minded to want to be the best that you can be? So if you are, you got to do more than just, do the basics. You got to do a lot more to be successful. You have to give it your all. You have to study. And if you say, well, I don't need to learn stuff, well, you're not good. You're going to be mediocre. And what happens is also, if you're green and growing, you're not ripe and rotting. So in that regard, what that does for you, it tells me that, hey, if you think you know everything, you may, but things change, things evolve. I told you, I work with a lot of companies. They ain't here no more. They didn't evolve. They didn't change. But see, old Gary Lee, that's me. I've been in sales for a long time. I've had to learn how to adapt. I have had to learn how to open my mind to new technology, new careers, new opportunities. I had to open my mind to start picking up that heavy phone and calling people, because at first, I sold door to door. You're talking about tough. That's some tough stuff. But once I got doing it, it got easier. The same thing with being a salesperson. You have to have an open mind. You have to want to be successful. And now, I call people over the phone. I set appointments all the time. I go and see people all the time. And like I said, at first, I was scared, and I still have my little fear, false evidence appearing real sometimes. But the open-mindedness to it all is that I'm willing to do what it takes. Because if you want to make money, honey, you got to work hard. You got to work smart, but you also got to have an open mind. An open mind to new ideas, new concepts. And believe it or not, you can teach an old dog new trick. All you have to do is starve them long enough. And I'm just saying, I'm an older guy. If I'm starving, you know what? I'm going to learn something new, because I have an open mind. So if you're watching this, please share it. And like I said, there's a lot of people who get in sales, and sometimes the career dries up, or maybe the product's not what they thought it was, and they think that they're a failure. You're not a failure. Failing doesn't mean you're not successful. What failure means is you need to change gears and go in a different direction. For myself, what I had to do was I had to catch some education. So what I learned how to do is I got my real estate license. Now, I don't sell real estate all the time, but I have the capability to offer my services, and I'm also able to get referrals so I can help people, and I have other people who can do the work for me. I also have the opportunity to sell life insurance and mortgage protection. I went to school, or should I say, I took some classes online. I learned how to communicate, got me some nice broker, started, learning all about the features and benefits of products so I can offer services, okay, and help help people change their lives and help them, because people are dying to see me because, I sell life insurance. And also, like what I'm doing now, I'm over here at a different company, J-Tech, and I'm helping people go to school, see the possibilities. You got to look outside the box, guys, if you really want to be successful, and you have to have an open mind. Selling without an open mind, oh man, you're gonna starve. So in this regard, guys, I hope you got something out of this. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your sales guy, and today we just had a very simple conversation about selling and having an open mind for success. So I hope you feel successful, because I do, because I just gave you some great ideas, some great tips, okay, on how to be open-minded. Open-mindedness. Yep, I got you. Okay. All right. Go sell something with an open mind. Woo.